But the funny thing is, for years coming up, my stomach was the area I wanted to hide. I would probably take pictures with something in front of my stomach. If we're taking group photos, I'm hiding behind someone. I'm always mindful of like, can you see my gut in jeans, in my shirt? Like, it was an area that I had perceived as being like a problem. Hey everybody, welcome back to my YouTube channel. My name is Alicia Elizabeth. If you are a first-time viewer, hello. I'm so happy that you're here. I want to invite you to subscribe to the channel after and only after you finish viewing this video and liked what you heard. If you are a returning subscribed viewer, hey Thicky, you're looking pretty good if I do say so myself. Welcome back to Fitness Friday. We are officially on Fitness Friday 7 weeks of talking about our health and wellness journey, how we see ourselves, food and things we've done well, and exercise. And so if you're tuned in, I'm going to assume that you are either, working on your health and fitness, desiring to start, looking for community, looking for just a place to kind of like glean from. Regardless of why, I'm happy that you're here, and I hope that by the end of this video you feel more encouraged, more motivated, and just included, like that someone else gets it when it comes to starting and continuing and having the momentum to do this fitness journey, okay? So as always, we're going to do a quick check-in and then we're going to go right into today's topic. This is covering weeks April 25th through May 1st. And when I weighed in last Saturday, I lost 2.6 pounds. So the weight is still coming off. I'm still burning while also trying to make sure I find time to tone. That'll be a goal in May. We'll talk more about that. I decided to kind of shorten my wins and goals just so we can get to the topics. I see that that's where I linger a little bit more sometimes. So this past week, one of the wins when you watch this video will include that I have officially finished my own Jump 30 challenge. Myself and my friend Bria started this challenge at the beginning of April, and the goal was to jump for 30 days and for 30 minutes every day. We opened it up to the community. We made it all inclusive by saying you didn't have to jump 30 minutes. You jumped the amount of time that felt right for you, but her and I maintained the 30-minute goal. And so that is done. I'll probably post about that journey on my Instagram. So if you are following that page, you'll see updates specifically concerning that. If you have not followed that page, it's at Thick Educator on Instagram. And I may make a post on Facebook too, but I don't want this video to be about that. My second win for this past week is that I seem to have been in like a mood, not to put all my business out there, but to put all my business out there. It's not even that time of the month, but I think it was just the consistent raining that happened this week. And I just was like, oh my goodness, I want to eat everything. And I just, it was like the first week since I've officially started working out that kind of felt just like I want everything. And what was so freeing about this though is that, one, the things I desired, I did not hear myself telling myself no, right? So there were moments where I'm like, I want oxtails, I want a steak and cheese, I want fried chicken, I want ice cream. And none of that felt like food I could not have. But I knew that I just wanted something. I think I just wanted like some really good food. Like, I think I had just reached that point in this quarantine where I'm like, I'm tired of cooking. I really don't want fast food, but I really want something good to eat. So I just was kind of like having those moments of just like, which meant not really tracking, being impulsive about what I ate, and how much of it I ate. And so because of this, I'm sure my weigh-in this coming Saturday, which you all will see in next week's video, won't reflect a loss, but that is okay. The win that I want to bring to your attention is that every moment that I had, like let's say I wasn't as disciplined, because I'm trying to be mindful of the words I use. That's what I want you to practice as well. I really began to tell myself, do not throw the day away. I think I mentioned this in my last video that there was a day where I had like a really emotional 2 days and I felt myself wanting to just continue downhill. This week, it wasn't a bad week. I just think I just was like wanting everything, right? But when I did make an impulsive decision, right? So and impulsive, I mean like I'm just overeating or overindulging on a meal. I'm trying to think what's something I did this week because I'm about to mention one to you. Actually, the thing that really took me out this week, y'all, was this cereal. I have not had cereal in months. Let's start there. And this was not a cereal that I personally asked for or ate when I was a child. And so when I went grocery shopping, I was kind of hungry. And I was just like, let me get some Honey Bunches of Oats and let me get something like this. And in my head, I was getting this for times when I wanted something simple and maybe something sweet. Yeah. I was putting a hurting on this cereal this week for no reason. Like okay, it's coming back to me. I ate dinner one day. Pasta, okay? Chicken, broccoli, Alfredo. I was satisfied. Fixed my pasta craving. Why did I go and eat some of this not long after? Like, I was like, I just want to taste it. No, Alicia. But I did. Because I was like, I just haven't had this in so long. And I just, like, right? Like, sometimes when you have a craving for something or multiple things, it's like no matter what you eat, it doesn't hit the spot until you eat that thing, right? And so I'm sharing this because I want people to know while you're on your fitness journey that like we have to make room for these things that come up. Even in being super disciplined, there's going to be times where you just like, I want what I want, but I have to develop a lifestyle that I'm not going to stay here long, right? So a win that I wanted to bring my own attention to is that when I did, for instance, have that pasta and then later after had cereal, I had to tell myself, you're still going to get up tomorrow and work out. And you're going to go just as hard and if not harder to balance and offset, this decision that you didn't really think through or you didn't like pause and breathe and maybe drink a bottle of water or maybe get some fruit. You kind of just was like, I want what I want and I'm going after it. So the win for me is not the food choices, but the fact that the next day or the rest of that evening, my mind still was like, how do I get back on track? And that is a major thing for me because one bad day used to throw my week. I used to be that person that's like, well, I messed up on Sunday. I'll start next Saturday. Let me just do what I want the rest of this week. And now I'm really trying to tap into this mindset of, okay, tomorrow greets me. I'm going to get it right. Or if I messed up at lunch, I'm saying dinner awaits me. I'm going to get it right. Like I'm constantly telling myself, okay, let's get back on track. How do we get back to where we were? Even if you've overeaten on your points, you blew the calories for the day. Like, how do I get back to discipline mode? So my goals for this coming week is to track aggressively. I noticed in documenting this that the week that I was like, I'm going to just track serious hardcore, I think I lost 4 pounds. I'm not tracking aggressively to lose more weight on the scale. I'm tracking aggressively to tighten up the discipline that I'm cultivating. I think because I've been eating similar things throughout the weeks, I know the pointage. And so sometimes I'm just like, okay, I know that's 1 point, this is 3 points. And I'm not really thinking about it. But tracking, as I mentioned in a previous video, helps you notice when you're snacking. It brings to your attention, am I really hungry? And it also, for me, since I've been losing weight, my daily point amount. So for those who are counting calories, you have a certain amount of calories per day. For Weight Watchers, you have a certain amount of points per day. Because I've been coming down, my number's coming down. And so I have to also tap into the fact that the things I've been eating has to look different. I need to create space for changes of food choices. Maybe like, for instance, there's this artesian bread that I like that is 6 points for a sandwich. But when I go to like a Sara Lee bread, it's 4 points. Those 2 points don't seem like a major deal, but it is a major deal when you have less to work with every day. I hope that makes sense. My second goal for next week is that I am upping my activity amount. It is the end of the month. It's not that every month I have to up it, but I want to get to a certain number, a certain activity goal, then I'll stop. And so I started at a really small number. I told you all this, and then I doubled it. And so what I'm going to do is take that small number and add it to it. And so now that'll be my number, right? So like if I started at 2, I'm trying to burn 2 calories a day. I doubled it, so then it was 4. And so now I'm going to take that 2 and make it 8. Cannot count, make it 6. I'm sorry, not a math teacher. So that's what I'm going to do with my activity goal on May 1st. No, probably May 2nd, on the day I weigh in, so Saturday. And lastly, I'm going to up my cardio. So since my activity goal is going up, and if you have an Apple Watch, your Apple Watch will give you points. I mean, not points, but like you'll accrue activity, like the calories you're burning throughout the day. But I have gotten back to my morning routine, and I really like trying to bust out most of those calories in the morning because it makes me feel like I'm watching these numbers myself. These aren't numbers that I've just accrued because I walked around the house. Though that is still activity. Don't discredit it. I want to up what I do in the morning so that majority of what shows up on my Apple Watch is by way of me exercising and not just me maneuvering through the day. So this looks like I will continue jumping. I have not found a video or like any type of in the house workout that I still feel just like I want to do. Like I've told you all about the girl on Instagram, but I don't like working out in the house. I found out I really like going outside. I love jumping outside, doing squats outside. And so I think what I'm going to do is kind of really put together a list of things that I'm going to do right outside in the parking lot, and really like challenge myself to go through those reps. And then the things that I need to do in the house that require me to be on the floor, I may do those first so that after I come from outside, the workout is done. So that's what I'm thinking. And already we're 11 minutes in and I haven't even got to the topic. So sorry, guys. Okay, today's topic, okay, is about body dysmorphic disorder, also body dysmorphia. So many people have started to reach out to me about my fitness journey, joining the jump challenge, or just wanting to share with me what they are working on in terms of their health and fitness and wellness. And something that I'm seeing, whether it's in them sharing or in the conversation we have, is that we have a true mental health issue collectively as people with how we see ourselves. And I just want to just read what body dysmorphic disorder is if you don't know what it is, and then I just want to talk about it for a few minutes, and then I'm gonna let y'all go because you're looking delicious. Okay, you're looking yummy. You're yummy. And then hopefully what I'm sharing is encouraging to you, and hopefully you will take some of the things that I'm sharing and apply it to your next week. Okay, so body dysmorphic disorder is a mental health disorder in which you can't stop thinking about one or more perceived defects or flaws in your appearance. A flaw that appears minor or can't be seen by others, but you may feel so embarrassed, ashamed, and anxious that you avoid many social situations. The flaw, put in quotes, may be minor or imagined, but the person spends hours per day trying to fix it. The person may try many cosmetic procedures or exercise to excess. People with this disorder may frequently examine their appearance in a mirror, constantly compare their appearance with that of others, and avoid social situations or photos. Treatment may include counseling, but can't be cured. Okay, so I just want to put it out there that I am not a trainer, I am not a nutritionist, but I do know that I have a heart for the freeing of how we think. I'm still trying to find the right words to capture where God is burdening me, but I do know that right now, if I had to put words to it, it would be that I really want to see people free in their mental state. I have struggled with this, and I think anyone who has been on a health journey has struggled with it, right? It's not about being a plus size woman that makes you struggle with this. It's about somewhere in life, whether it was since we were a child, whether it was societal standards, whether it was the images we see on media, somewhere we looked at someone or heard something from someone and we instantly saw a flaw within ourselves. And so this is such a big deal in your health and fitness journey, because I feel like if we don't get to the root of how we see ourselves, we are going to be in a constant state of being on a fitness journey. So I'm going to use myself for an example. What I have loved, and I'm going to say this every video if the topic allows me to, about doing my fitness journey this time, out of all the times I've gone on diets or changed my eating or was exercising, this time feels the most freeing, because I am constantly trying to address what I'm thinking about. In previous times, I think I would tiptoe into it, and then because I was working and things, I didn't get a chance to really look at what I was thinking about. But in this season of me working out, when things happen or me choosing better food choices, I'm sitting myself down and I'm asking myself like, yo, what's going on? What are you thinking about? And so a person who has body dysmorphia, they are struggling with a perception that they have of themselves, or a flaw, right? So I talked about in my beginning videos how I want to tone my stomach, but I don't want like abs. I just want like a nice little, I can't explain it, but like a little feminine, pudgy stomach. I know that seems weird, but like I'm okay if my stomach is a little pooch, little, you know, give you a little Pooh Bear vibes. I don't care about that. But the funny thing is, for years coming up, my stomach was the area I wanted to hide. I would probably take pictures with something in front of my stomach. If we're taking group photos, I'm hiding behind someone. I'm always mindful of like, can you see my gut in jeans and my shirt? Like, it was an area that I had perceived as being like a problem. And you don't want to take pictures. You don't want to go to certain places because all you can think about is how you look so, you know, fat. And I don't even use that word. And so I'm going to say I don't struggle with that anymore. But what has helped me, though this definition, and this came from like one of the medical websites, says that it can't be cured, I'm here to tell someone that it can be cured because it's a mental thing. It is something you have to renew your mind concerning. You have to do, like, we know how to go to the gym, but even this says that a person who struggles with body dysmorphia will exercise excessively. So here you are taking healthy things and it's still being manipulated into something that's unhealthy because your mind about it is not on track. And so I just want to encourage someone that if you struggle with any form of body dysmorphia, I want you to take a step back from your fitness journey and address that. There are many things about me that I'm like, you know, a lot of people, I know a lot of people who are really like self-conscious about their arms. I don't know why, and maybe like when I get to another realm of weight loss, but it just has not been a thing for me. I'm just like, you know, whatever. And I think what has happened is, prior to starting this health journey, I've spent enough time looking at myself in the mirror, and not in a cocky way, but just like, okay, all right, little butt, okay, little belly, big belly, okay, hanging belly, okay, thighs, and really just kind of like looking like, And instead of going to war with myself, I wanted to sit with myself and find peace about, okay, what's going on with your body? How did we get here? And it doesn't have to be an angry conversation, but like, okay, what's going on? You know, like stretch marks. Like sometimes I think like, dang, like even if I didn't want stretch marks, I didn't get to a place of like paying attention to them until they were there, right? And so I can either hate that they're there, or I can just be like, okay, little tiger mark, or ow, right? Like, it's about how we look at it. But I want to tell someone that this is your body. This is your body, and it's going to be with you until you die. And while I don't want to voice on this video my views and opinions on surgery or any of that, I just want to tell you that no matter what you do, whether it's changing your diet, changing your fitness routine, you will always end up in this place if it goes unchecked, right? I'm going to say this confidently that like, even if I were to gain weight again, I will never forget how this space made me feel. But I doubt that I go backwards. I doubt that. Only because I understand how much work it's taken me to get here. I understand how much mental work it's taken for me to really sit down and say, I will be in control of my routine every day. I will make time to work out. I will choose foods that I enjoy and I will eat them in moderation. And when I make mistakes, when I have moments that I just lose my mind, I'm going to be gracious and I'm going to understand that the rest of the day awaits me to do better. Because this is a project that I'm going to be working on until I die. And so instead of approaching this project begrudgingly or resentfully or angrily or, just whatever, I'm going to fine tune how I talk about it. And so this is not to cancel the fact that this mental health issue does exist. This is me more so trying to encourage someone that I think a good starting place is to identify what you perceive as a flaw and sitting with it for a little bit. And even if you got to decorate it up a little bit, like, sis, do it. Do what you got to do. Bro, do what you got to do to make sure you are, giving it the positivity that it needs. Yes, I know my arms are flabby. And I don't even call them flabby. That word just don't even feel genuine. My arms have some loose skin, a little more love to give, right? But I also have the option to go get some weights and find out some exercises to shape it and hone it and develop it and cultivate this piece of art into what I wanted. This piece of art. That's what I'm calling it. It's art. My stomach, yes, it's a belly. But if I really, really want it to change, I'm the author and the artist. I can say, okay, bet I'm about to do some extensive research on how to shape my stomach how I want it to be. Not because I hate it, but because I get to control that I can change it. But you're going to get this belly. You're going to get this belly until it's gone. You're going to get it this summer. You're going to get it. You know what I'm saying? Your mindset on it has to be this is me. All of this comes with me. And so I don't know. I want to talk about this more on my page. And I just want to encourage you all who are on your journey that if you're eating in a way that you hate, you're not going to keep up with it. If you're exercising in a way that you don't enjoy, it's not sustainable. It is not sustainable. Now, am I saying that losing weight and, getting disciplined is always going to feel good? No. There are many mornings I don't feel like jumping. There were many days in the challenge that me and Bria were texting and I'm like, sis, the way my mood is, I need to get outside right now. But the bigger feeling is that it feels so good to be done. Not with the challenge, but just done after 30 minutes. It's going to happen. You understand what I'm saying? Yes, there are some days where I'm like, okay, don't go eat that pizza. You can have that pizza, but you don't need that pizza. There are moments where I have to tell myself that. But then there are days where I'm like, I can have this pizza. I can have this pizza. I want every meal on my journey to be something I enjoy. I posted on my Instagram the other day this salad that I bought. And I said on there, I'm like, yeah, I just want to show you all what I'm eating. I was like, it's nasty. Okay, bye. Cracking up because I know we want to only show the healthy food and we have to assume it's good. No, that salad was nasty, y'all. It looks pretty, but it was nasty. And I want you to know I'm not buying this again. Why? Because I don't want to equate getting to a healthy place as being a dreadful experience. I don't want it to be a chore. So if I can take on the mindset that I don't want to eat nasty food because it doesn't transfer into a positive experience, then I also have to take on the fact that in order for me to lose these parts of my body or change them, I have to first make sure the experience is positive. So I have to change my language around how I speak about it and how I look at it. Love handles, love muffins, whatever you want to call it. More love to give. This make you feel good when I hug you. Talk to yourself in a way that elevates you because you're working on a masterpiece. You are working on the greatest thing you will ever work on, and that's yourself. So why go into it begrudgingly? Why go into it with an attitude? Yes, it's going to take time, but so does the promotion on your job. So does the relationship that leads to marriage. So does everything else you commit to. So why do we want to rush the process with our body? Why don't we have patience for our own temple? It's going to take time. I can't wait to see what December 2020 looks like for me because I'm already seeing changes in April 2020, May 2020. So I can only imagine what my body's going to do with me partnering with it and us being positive in December. And then don't get me started in March 2021, baby, when it's my birthday. You understand what I'm saying? So this video went way longer than I wanted it to, but it's for who it's for. And so I believe that, you know, if you're someone who's struggling with this, I hope this gets you started. There will be more on this topic, I promise you, because I'm passionate about it. But we're in week 7, going into week 8. And if you have messed up, if you feel like I can't get it, just start today. Just start today with your next meal. Just say, I'm going to have a meal that I enjoy, that I believe is healthy. I'll even portion it out, and I am going to just walk one time around your neighborhood. That's so good. Good job. And then do the same thing tomorrow for breakfast. So good. Good job. One ring around your neighborhood. Good job. Because it's more than complaining, sitting on your couch, being annoyed, comparing yourself, hating yourself. Do something that says, I love you, to your temple. Like, that's how I see exercise and food choices. I'm like, I want my body to know that its owner loves it. So, all right, y'all. I hope to see you next week a little healthier than you are today. But you know you're going to be fine either way. See y'all later. Bye.
You OPN, bitch, you won't be BM. We should be closer than friends.